welcome back to Planet Tyro's Tyro Media with your host Donald Wonder. I'm going back in time again, guys, to talk about a show that was making waves, had a lot of acclaim back in the day, the mid-2000s, and the premise was really cool. Now the funny thing was, everybody was watching the show, everybody I knew, friends, family, co-workers, whatever, and slowly, as the show kept on going on, especially past mid-season, everybody stopped watching it. Friends, family, everybody, and even me, I gave up on it. But a couple of years ago, I went back to finish it off, and I have to tell you, man, the way this show actually ended, wow, man, this show's done something I haven't even seen in many shows in a long time. Gone off the rails in a super major fucking way. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Tyro Media.
Guys, I'm talking about Weeds. Weeds was a dark comedy satire set about this suburban housewife who's got, I believe she has 3 kids, and her husband dies at the beginning of the series, and that leaves her alone to raise her children on her own. Now the hook to this show is, to make ends meet, she actually deals weed on the side to her community. I believe it was a Showtime show, so there was swearing and there was sex, and it was just very comedic, dark humour, but it was conventional, and this setting was fresh. And the actor Mary-Louise was a very good actress. The cast was built off a cast of comedians. Good cast, good lead, good setting, very promising. Everyone was talking about it. In the first 3 years, they were pretty good. Now this season went on for 7 seasons or 8 years or whatever. And I have to get into spoilers. And just this little spoiler. On the 3rd season, something happens to the area, there's like an explosion or a big fire, and the main cast, the people that have been watching the family, the boatwins, they have to leave. From that point on, man, this show just goes into complete chaos. When we was in suburbia, when this woman was selling weed, it was escalating. It, kind of like Breaking Bad, where he's supposed to be a drug dealer and things are escalating in this one area. But when this show hit the road and the characters went on the run, man, the next 4 seasons with time jumps and just wacky characters, this show lost its identity completely. And the characters went from being satirical, dark, quirky characters to being completely insane, in my opinion. I might be just being a little bit harsh, but this show, I was just watching this show from season 4 onwards thinking, I have no idea where this show's gonna go, because it got unnecessarily intense or extra dark, where murder and real drugs, slave trading, the FBI, it just went on, just went off. Jumping the shark, I think is the right term. Weeds was one of the most confusing and disappointing shows I've ever seen in my life, I have to admit. And the creator, Jenji Kohan, right now she's having great success with her new show, Orange is the New Black, which is a show I've reviewed every season. And man, I have to say, man, I would never even look into what else she would do from this show, because I have to say, the way this show just took a dive, I don't even know how to explain it, guys. The reviews for this show pretty much echo what I say. Started out very nice, a lot of potential, but went into chaos. I don't want to just shit on the show. Let me talk about some of the good. The actors are good throughout. It's very comedic. Even in those wacky last 3 or 4 seasons, there was a lot of humor there. But it just started to make less and less sense. The final episode, they had another time skip to the future. That was creative, and I liked the very last episode, but it didn't make up for the 4 years of complete chaos and just what a letdown. So, good actors, yes. Good direction in terms of the way it looks, cinematography and stuff, pretty much. But as for a comedy that deals with weed and selling weed, let me tell you something about weed. I've smoked weed before, okay? You know, it's relaxing, it's fun, and you know, now they're trying to legalize weed in all these states, and you know, generally the world's consensus on weed is it's not as bad, it's not a class A or B drug, you know. This show makes weed, I don't know if weed's gonna make you into a fucking insane person, but this show doesn't do weed any favors, because these characters, I don't even want to put it out there, the weed has any influence on these people's lives. These people are just fucking insane, seriously. And that's another criticism of the show. All the characters are just different variations of insane. You know what I mean? They start off all kind of different, man. By the last season, they're all crazy in their own way. And the main character, Nancy Botwin, she is so unlikable. As a mother, as a mother and a person, she is a bitch, confused, just whatless. Yeah, so I'm rambling. I'm gonna give this show a not feeling this, okay? I was gonna be a bit more gentle on it and give it like an okay, but the way the show took a dive is pretty much unforgivable. So if you ever wonder if I watch weed, don't. It completely jumped the shark. It was such a disappointment, but the only credit I can give to is that the actors are good. Mary-Louise Parker is good, all the comedians, it's good to see them and all that. But if your story is chaos and it's just garbage, trust me, no good actor can save you. So yeah, weeds, guys, that's my thoughts there. Let me know what you think about weeds. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And again, I know I'm not on my own because I read a lot of reviews before I sat down to do this recording, and everyone said DIVE, this show took. Guys, thanks for watching me ramble about this show. Had to get off my chest. It's been a long time coming, especially since Orange is the New Black is doing so well. But again, guys, let's just leave it there. If this is your first time to Planet Tyro, welcome to the channel. You're watching a guy that rambles about media, talks about reviews, about all types of stuff. As you can see on the screen, animation, TV shows, books, what have you. I talk about all these things and review them in my own crazy way. And if you like this review, and if you don't like this review, check out some of the other content. You might actually like it. But until then, I want to say thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace.